Hello, hello, this is GUS Gus, and I am here with SC Chris. We will be doing a 2v2 discussing what we did wrong and what we did right. Now, in the top right, I will be playing as the purple Protoss. In the top left, Chris will be the teal Terran. Bottom right, our opponents will be Killa E, the red Protoss, and bottom left will be the blue Protoss, Goku. Now remember, this is an asymmetrical map. There is a backdoor bitch. There is rocks for one player to get into the flank of the base and not for the other. However, that could be an advantage because it's a very accessible natural. However, it does have a pretty narrow ramp to guard, but what do you have to say about that, SC Chris?
Not much, Gus. I think this was a pretty good match. It was mid-level, which not many people seem to be showing. We usually see some high-level matches, which don't really apply to average players in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. You need to see what the mid-level players are doing wrong in order to correct what you're doing wrong yourself. So we're just going to be seeing a standard opener here. It looks from like the red Protoss. He's going to be throwing down that first pylon. Actually a little bit late on that. Of course, it is mid-level, but he is throwing the pylon at 11, which is kind of strange. Usually you see that pylon at around 9. And blue is actually doing a fairly better build. He's getting his gateway at 10, which is pretty standard. I'm just going to be getting my gateway right about now. Chrono boosting out my workers. And what are you up to, SC Chris?
Let's see what I'm up to. I am just dropping my barracks at, I think it was 11. Yeah, looks like 11, and getting my gas right as I put down my barracks. Like I said,
it's very good. That is a standard 13 gas. You always want to get that as a Terran, because you're always going to need that gas, whether it's from Marauders or eventually those siege tanks later on.
And like we said earlier, this is mid-level, so timings aren't exactly perfect. Micros.
Yeah,
decent.
micro is abysmal. That's a definite. And I am getting my second pylon at 15, which is a joke. Protoss is not my main race. I'm actually a Terran player in the Diamond Leagues, and Chris is still doing his placement matches, but that's irrelevant. And we are seeing the blue Protoss getting another gateway instead of that Cybernetics core. Could be seeing a early Zealot rush here.
Yeah, I think you're right, Gus. I kind of forget this match. This was probably when we first started doing our 2v2s a few days ago.
Yeah, absolutely. And the same type of build from the red Protoss. He is getting that second gateway. He's not opting to get that Cybernetics core, which is really a big fault. You always want to get those Stalkers out when you're playing Terran, just because the Terran can just snipe those Zealots, micro with those Marauders and concussive shells, and just make those Zealots null and void.
Have to mention, both blue and red are getting scouts out pretty late, especially for going up against a Terran, because I'm already walled in. But
absolutely. See, one of the faults me and SD Chris did not do in this match, this was an earlier matchup, we did not scout, and that's a huge fault. And the probe does get in through my crappy little wall in there, but what are you going to do? Now I am researching the warp gate technology. And now let's take a look at the income. Income is fairly good. Red actually has the most harvesters, so he is slightly ahead in the 600s, and most of us are in the 400 or 500s right now, but that mule advantage should be kicking in for SC Chris.
And I have to mention, this was the match I had those hero reapers, and it's funny because his scout actually saw my reapers, but he is completely unprepared for this. So I'm going in on red bottom right. Just have my Reaper sitting there waiting for his buddy. And
yeah, and it's always, let me interrupt you there, it's always good to just check those Zelnaga watchtowers whenever you get the chance, just to check any funny business, because they usually cover the gold expansions, and you really want to know if someone's going to go gold. And there is that Hero Reaper going in.
Yeah,
what do you have to say?
My terrible micro here. He's actually still alive. His buddy's coming in, I think, oh no, I fall back, and then we regroup. That's what we're doing. So,
alright, yeah, you see the 2 are down there, and, you know, since he didn't get that early Stalker, he's going to have some trouble dealing with those Reapers. And, are you going to be going for blue now, Chris, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm going for blue. He only has 12 Harvesters, so this is probably going to be a major hit for him if I think I'm going for blue. Yeah, this
absolutely. Now, I do not believe blue is prepared. He does have a bunch of Zealots out, which is basically, like, the worst thing you can do against Reapers.
So
I am just getting my Stalkers out right now, and let's see.
And blue just got his gas. Just wanted to point that out at 23 supply.
And here we go, the Reapers. The Reapers are going in. They're taking out probes after probe. Oh, 2 kills, 5 kills, 6 kills, 7 kills,
And
8
here
kills.
come those zealots.
Here come the
trying to
Zealots.
clean it up.
They will not arrive in time. They cannot even attack the Reapers even if they wanted to. And there's Chris's awesome micro.
Yeah,
going in.
Going for another probe. Get out of there, Reapers. Get up, up. Oh, dodged. Getting some few more, and one. Do we call it
Chris's
quits
ball
yet?
RC micro. Now, unfortunately, Chris's macro is falling behind a little bit due to his micro.
Terribly right
But,
now,
he's still doing heavy damage with those Reapers.
but it's actually pretty good because I halted just about all mining at blue. He's at 0 minerals, 0 gas incoming.
Yeah, absolutely. That is just gonna really be a detrimental effect in the mid to late game. And now there is a red zealot charge on your base, Chris.
Oh yeah. Let's go see how that's going. Up 2 marauders with concussive shells.
Absolutely, 2 Marauders with concussive shells. Is it going to be enough to hold it off? I don't know. I think I might have to help SC Chris here because SC Chris's micro is not good at those Marauders.
Yeah,
there goes one Marauder, slice and dice.
It's terrible. I was paying. See, this is what you guys gotta remember: is you gotta pay attention to everything. I shouldn't have been spending so much time with those Reapers. I was just like dancing around, and he had like.
No, it was
5
definitely worth it with the Reapers, though. You practically crushed his income.
And
now you are taking care of these zealots slowly, and I'm gonna come reinforce SC Chris my Stalker army.
Yeah. So I'm down to 12 freaking. 12 SCs.
Yeah, I'm just being retarded here. I'm trying to macro up at the same time. Here I come. Take out those zealots, those pesky zealots.
So
Alright. However, that will not have too much of an effect on the income because Chris does have that mule advantage over the Protoss players. That is an additional 300 minerals pure mule, and there are 4 mules on the field right now, so keep that in mind. SC Chris is actually in the lead with the income right now, even after that harass.
So I'm dropping my command center right now because I want to get a expo after that hit, just to catch up with everybody.
Absolutely, and let's take a look at my little battle here. I'm sniping these zealots. Horrible micro from the blue player. I do have an immortal, which is very good in general against stalkers, but unfortunately he does not have stalkers, but that does not matter. My army size is very big. But we do have a couple void rays moving out across the map by the top Zelnaga watchtower, and our forces will just pass right by each other, unfortunately.
And,
I do have enough stalkers and an immortal in my base. I have been macroing up quite a bit, and those void rays are coming in.
Let's check the void rays. I'm just being harassed at my front door again by like 5.
Unfortunately, the void rays focus fired my warp gate, which is not the best thing to do. There goes the second. Void ray, and that immortal just changed the tide of the battle. That immortal just annihilates stalkers, and he is forced to retreat there.
Just mentioning, zealots were at my front gate. Took him out with I think 3 marauders. Not a big deal. Blue is still doing pretty bad in macro. 100
yeah, absolutely.
minerals per
This is
minute.
going to be GG pretty soon here. I am going to snipe his Nexus. And,
I totally missed that. Wow, this was a quick game, Gus.
Absolutely was a quick game, but it was a good game. It just shows how Zealots against Terran is just the wrong thing to do. And look how much that Immortal owns those Stalkers. 2 kills. And they're trying to focus fire it and it's just not working. 3 kills. 4
Void
kills,
Rays.
5 kills, and there is that Void Ray. The Void Ray is not going to do anything anyways.
And Goku has not rebuilt his base, so he's going to be
So
revealed.
really, if this was a higher level play, you would be seeing a GG, but I don't know what it is about low tier players. They just do not want a GG. They think they can come back somehow, which is just not the case.
I forget what I'm doing right now. Goku just left. Oh yeah, I'm moving out with my...
There we go. Goku did just leave the game.
And Killa E just left the game.
Killa E just left the game. So let's just recap that real SC, Chris. So what were our blunders first? What did we do wrong?
I spent too much time watching my Reapers, just playing around with those. I mean, honestly, I should have been able to take down those Zealots at my front door and mess around with the Reapers.
Yes, absolutely. What you always got to remember to do is you got to hotkey your racks or your gateways, so you can just press 1 and then A, and we're in the enemy's base to just produce those Marines, or D to produce those Marauders while you're in the enemy base microing around. My faults, I don't say I had many. I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but I kind of just macroed up, got my Immortals, got a good army going, and just pushed into the blue player's base, which kind of ended the game.
Red was actually doing pretty well. 23 harvesters, just one under you. The problem was 2v2. Obviously, you have to help your teammate. You gotta have
Yeah,
teamwork.
absolutely. Let's take a look at the army tab here. Where is the army? Okay, there's the army tab. Army tab. I obviously have the highest army. But units lost. Here we go. Units lost. Red had 3,475 resources lost in units. That's just ridiculous. We only had 900. Me and SC Griffs put together. So that's just those zealots just do not work against TT.
So
What do you have to say about that?
think that's a wrap.
Alright, that's a wrap. This is GUS Gus and SC Chris. We will see you guys next time, and we're not Husky. Alright.